Okay, let's just not talk about my appearance today because I don't know what's going on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I was going to do a makeup video, but obviously just because I film these videos after work, which I am currently doing right now, sometimes it takes a little bit long to do a full makeup tutorial and then like, you know, edit it, upload it more. And I've never actually filmed a makeup video from start to finish. I'm not quite sure how to do it yet, and I'm going to try and do a full face of like post-lockdown night out makeup glam. If that's something that interests you, give the video a thumbs up and I will do that for my next video. For today's video, we're going to be doing a Superdrug and Boots haul. Everything's in this bag because I didn't want to buy a separate bag from Boots just for the sake of this video. I have accidentally spent £100 in Boots and Superdrug on some of the new in stuff. I don't know if it's just me, but I really like going into Boots and Superdrug and just seeing what new stuff they've got in from, like, you know, slightly more drugstore brands, slightly cheaper brands, and some of the more expensive brands, whatever tickles my fancy. I've got a nice little selection of things here that's good for summer, things that are good for spring, and yeah, just general bits and bobs that normal people buy from Boots and Superdrug. If you're interested in what I've bought from Boots and Superdrug, or you want to see a bit of what's in the new in section, then just keep on watching. Oh, you'll have to ignore that on my hand as well, it's just a bit of eyeliner, sorry. Most of the stuff is like generally like kind of boring shit, like stuff that you just need every day, like cotton pads. So I'm just going to get the cotton pads out of the way now. Wouldn't recommend these ones from Superdrug, they're actually like £1.99, which I think is ridiculously expensive for cotton pads. Roll on when Primark's back open and I can get a pack for like 89p, because save your coin, sis, you know what I mean? Then I've got a tanning mitt, which is also really boring. If anyone's got any fake tan mitt recommendations, please can you leave it in a comment below, because I am in the market for one at the moment and I've not found one yet that I really like. Hit a girl up, please. I'm going to start with the Superdrug stuff first, just so you can get a bit of an idea of what's in each shop. The thing I got from Superdrug, which I actually found to be very interesting, I was like, oh, that looks really cool, is this Instant Blur Body Foundation by Barry M. KKW bought one of these out, didn't she? Like a body foundation, because I know she's got psoriasis. And hers looked really, really good, and I thought this might be a dupe for that. But now that I've actually sat and thought about it, I think it's probably more of a dupe for the Vita Liberata Body Blur. It's also really, really good, but it's really expensive. If Barry M do a dupe of it, I'm going to give it a go. So when I've tested this out, I'll let you know in my next video what I think of it, because I haven't tested it yet, obviously. So it will rub off on your clothes, I reckon. Vitamin E and aloe vera, so it sounds actually quite hydrating too. You get invited out for drinks like last minute and you've not like fake tanned and you've not planned ahead, and you just need something to slap on quickly that's not gonna like stink like fake tan does. I think this is probably like definitely like a good option. Sticking with the whole like blurring kind of like that sort of thing. Also spotted this super dewy skin tinted moisturiser from Revolution. Isn't it funny how all these look like the IT Cosmetics one? Because the IT Cosmetics CC cream I am obsessed with. I've got it on now actually. This is like a little bit of a dupe for it. The packaging's really similar, so I'm excited to try that, see if that's any good. It says it's a lightweight tinted moisturiser that gives skin a radiant dewy finish, and it's enriched with wild berry extract. I'll let you guys know how I get on with it. Then my next thing is a NYX brow pencil. These are my favourite brow pencils. I used to be addicted to the Kat Von D one. That's like a flat tip and it's literally like really good to draw brow hairs in. But I just find it to be quite expensive and it always snaps and runs out really quickly. So I moved on to these NYX ones, and I really like these NYX ones. They're dead skinny, the payoff's really good and they last really long. So micro brow pencil it's called, and I always get the colour ash brown. Ash brown's a really good colour for me, so that's one of my faves. Next thing I've got is a few things from ELF. I actually really like ELF. I think it's quite a underrated brand. I know it's not underrated, a lot of people do shop on ELF, but I don't feel like, you know, me personally anyway, I always kind of avoid the ELF oil, but I've seen a lot of hype around some of their products recently, so I thought I'd give it like a few more of them a try. Use the putty primer and I really, really like that, and I have tried the camo concealer. So I've seen these all over the internet. They are the ELF putty blush primers, and as I said, I really, really like the ELF putty primer. These look like they're a dupe for the new NARS soft cream blushers. That's in the same packaging as the soft matte concealer, but I've already opened this and given it a little test because I thought that looks really good. This is in the colour Turks and Caicos. Caicos, I don't know how you say that. That's what it looks like. It's just a nice like peachy, like kind of pinky colour, like somewhere in the middle. I don't like too pink blushes on me because I look like a bit of a Barbie doll sometimes, so I've got to try and go for something a bit more peachy. It's like, it's got a nice colour. It's not too dewy though. That's the only thing. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit dewy because I wanted that like dewy cheek kind of look. It does feel more like a powder when it sets, when you rub it in, it feels quite powdery and rather than like sticky. So that's good if you don't like sticky blushes, but because of that I don't think it will like break your foundation up, which is a good thing. That's the one thing I always struggle with cream blushes, is that they tend to break my foundation up a little bit. The texture of that actually does feel really nice, and then that's the kind of colour. Excited to try that on a full face. I have tried the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the normal one, and it's a little bit too dry for me, and the colour I had was a little bit yellow, so I gave that to my sister yesterday. So I thought I'd give the hydrating one a try. I got the colour Light Sand. The only reason I bought Light Sand is because I had light beige in the normal one with the black lid, and that was really yellow on me. After I'd had it on for a couple of hours, you could really see how yellow it was. So I went a slightly light, well, I've gone down to a slightly lighter shade, and it's a little bit more neutral in tone. Sand suggests that it would be like quite yellow, doesn't it? But so that's Light Sand. I'll have a little swatch on the back of my hand for you. That looks really dark. Whoops. It's fine, I can use it for colour correcting, that'll be really good, or I can use it on other people when I do other people's makeup eventually again. That's the kind of colour. It's very good coverage, it's quite thick. Obviously it should be fine for me when I've got a bit of tan on anyway. I tend to just swap and change my concealers out anyway, just based on like how tanned I am or how fresh my tan is. Ugh, these cotton pads are actually crap. They're not even like sewn together. That was everything that I got from Superdrug. So just a few little bits and bobs, little stock up of things that I need. So I'm going to move on to things that I got from Boots. So the first thing that I picked up from Boots is really random, is this hairspray. Schwarzkopf Volumizing Hairspray for big sexy styles. Ooh, there's a lot of sexy in that title. I used to use this all the time, and the only reason I really like this is because it smells amazing. It smells like berries. So if you've never tried this, oh, I just love the way it smells. It just smells so good. I really like this as well because it brushes out really nicely. Because I used to use the glued hairspray, the Schwarzkopf glued one, and I have got a little mini one of that I take with me when I go travelling. But I do find that makes my hair really, really crispy, and as you all know, I'm always on a hair journey. If I can minimise making my hair feel crispy at any point, I will. It holds my curl or whatever hairstyle I've got in without making it crispy, and it brushes out really, really easily. So if you're looking for a hairspray that works, that isn't crispy, give this a go, and it smells really nice. Then I spotted some Inkilis products. Now I've got a video on my channel about Inkilis skincare, but now they've branched into Inkilis hair care. So this is the PCA Bond Repair Hair Treatment. It says it's suitable for all hair types, but it's best for hair that's damaged by bleach, dye and heat. I think this is sort of like a leave-in conditioner kind of thing, because it says that it's a post-wash treatment. Side of the box that is a post-wash treatment. This is why I love the Inkilis, because they tell you exactly when to use something and like how to use it and like where to use it in your skincare routine or your hair care routine. So you use this on damp hair. It just looks like this. PCA Bond Treatment, best for damaged hair. It just looks like this. 2 to 3 times, blah blah blah. Shake well. Used on towel dry damp hair, ensuring you cover all of your hair, excluding scalp. I'm excited to see how that works. I probably won't use it all the time, just because I do use my Olaplex a lot and I don't want too many proteins in my hair. I'm excited to try this. It's like a nice fine mist as well. Doesn't smell like anything either. It literally, oh god, it went in my eye then. Hopefully it doesn't make my hair greasy though. So we'll give you an update on this maybe on my TikTok. So keep an eye out for that if you follow me on TikTok. If you don't, follow me on TikTok. I have picked up this e.l.f. because they sell e.l.f. in Boots and in Superdrug, but they didn't have this in Superdrug, and this is actually what I was looking for. So this is the CC Cream Camouflage Colour Correcting Full Coverage Natural Finish CC Cream. Longest name ever. In the shade Light 210. I picked that shade because it looked like the shade closest to the colour that I use in the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I use light medium in the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and obviously this is half the price of that. So if this is half as good as the IT Cosmetics one is, then obviously I'm going to be buzzing. So I'm just going to have a little see if the texture's the same. Yeah, see, it doesn't quite smell like the IT Cosmetics one, but the texture is really similar. That almost like really creamy texture, kind of what it looks like. That's the packaging if anyone's interested. Yeah, so I've got light 210. It's got SPF 30 in it, which is good. Says it's full coverage. It's also got collagen, peptides and niacinamide in it. I love niacinamide. If you don't know about niacinamide, go and watch my Inky List video where I explain why I like niacinamide for dry skin. As I said, I've got the cosmetics one on today, and this literally looks identical to it. It's like the only thing that's different is that it's black on the top instead of like silver all the way. The packaging is exactly the same. It's just half the price. So if this is any good, I'm going to be really happy about that. Probably update you on TikTok about that, or if anyone wants to know whether I like it or not, just leave a comment on one of my next videos. And this isn't going to be a very long video, but I've been doing quite a lot of long videos, so I thought I'd just do like a little quick chirpy one. So the last thing that I've got is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Font de Teint en Baton, it says. I'm reading the fucking French side. How embarrassing. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation in Soft Beige. If you know me, my favourite, like literally one of my favourite foundations of all time, the Makeup Forever HD stick. This looks exactly the same. Let me get it just for comparison. As you can see, they're literally exactly the same. So I picked this up in the hope that it would be a dupe for it. This is like my favourite foundation of all time, and this looks exactly the same. This was £6. Never tried anything from Wet n Wild before. I know they've not long been in the UK. It's usually like it's a bit more of an American brand, I think. Tried to get a colour that was like almost identical to the one that I use in the Makeup Forever one. If you've shopped on Makeup Forever before, you'll know that their colouring is really like difficult to like understand. But I just tried to pick a colour that looked like similar to the one that I use in this. So if this is anything like this, I am going to be buzzing, because this is like in my top 2 favourite foundations of all time. And I love stick foundations. They work so well on my dry skin. Like, I'm all for stick foundations. Like, give me all of the stick foundations. So if this is anything like this, I'm going to be really fucking pleased, because this is so expensive and this is so cheap. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, see, the Makeup Forever one is like, they're not actually that different in colour, to be fair. The colour match is actually quite similar. So the top one's the Makeup Forever one and the bottom one is the Wet n Wild one. Makeup Forever one is definitely smoother. That one feels a little bit dry compared to that one. There's not much in it really, so I'm quite hopeful for that. I think maybe if I use quite a hydrating primer underneath, or moisturise and primer underneath it, it might make it a little bit smoother to go on. That's quite promising. I'm very excited to try that properly. Once again, I'll let you know how I get on. Okay guys, so that's everything that I've got from Boots and Superdrug. I was actually really impressed with what they had in store, I'm not gonna lie. I could have bought a lot more, but I had to be restrained and just like try and buy things that I thought were new, or things that were interesting that people might want to see. So if you like a Boots or a Superdrug haul, let me know and I'll do more, because you know me, I'm all about like buying things on behalf of everyone else. That's the end of the video. Just a little quick one for you today, nice, short and sweet. If anyone's got any questions about the products, I will try and link them below. Obviously they'll all be on the Boots and Superdrug website, so I'll have a look, see if I can find them, and hopefully they're in stock. I hope everyone's had a nice day and everyone had a nice bank holiday weekend. So I'll see you all on Wednesday with another video. Bye guys.